how to minimize distractions during the workday. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, yeah, it's very good to me.
Hi, welcome to this new episode of Coffee Break with Prime Group. Today I have the pleasure to have with me Paulo.
Thank you.
And our topic for today will be self-discipline. Before we get into the topic, tell us more about you, Paulo.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say thank you about the opportunity, Fred, and your invite. About me, I have 32 years old. I started my career very early when I was 18. And I had experience in the military force in Portugal, Air Force, Portuguese Air Force. When I did drill down in some skills of my behavior and about self-discipline too. I think that I achieve other levels of my professional career because allowed to me to put goals on my career and be always aware what I need to do and to be disciplined, of course, to achieve that. Okay.
All right.
So it's just a resume.
So talking about the army, it's very often
Air Force. Please don't.
Okay.
Don't make confused.
Talking about the Air Force, it's quite natural to talk about discipline.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's a military environment. So
how would you define self-discipline, and also regarding discipline itself?
Yeah. Sometimes discipline is when your mother or your older brother put rules on you. Okay, you don't want it, but you must have to
obey some
follow.
rules, external rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that kind of measures sometimes you don't understand or you don't want to follow because you have your own targets and goals. You know. And I think what changed everything is when you put on you your own pressure and your own goals. And imagine, for you achieve a good score in your university, you don't need that your mother say to you, you must have to have a good grade, okay?
Okay.
You know, it's your target, it's your objective, and you do everything to achieve that, okay? Is from you to the world and not from the world to you.
Okay, discipline is from the outside, self-discipline is a decision that you make.
Yeah, and you can correlate with the goals that you put on you in personal or professional life.
Right, okay.
Yeah. And in my point of view, of course.
How did you apply self-discipline in your previous career and now?
In different ways, because what I know when I start my career and now is very different. I have so much more mature than I was when I start my career, and different levels and approaches of self-discipline, because I think that my ambition growth during along the time, and with that came more and different self-discipline.
Okay, can you give us some examples of things that you do that you relate to self-discipline?
For an example, when I start my management career, my first goal was do the first business, you know, and I need to be very careful and pay a lot of attention when I did the interviews, when I did the first contacts with the first clients. And now I am leading an operation of one company, Innotech, as you know. And my goals are very different, okay? And my self-discipline changed because the work as a manager is like a lone wolf. you do the things by yourself.
Okay.
Most of the time. And when you are managing a back office team with 20 people, you must work in team. Okay. And you need to put discipline when you talk with someone, when you define your internal goals and objectives, and for the company too. Okay, and because your the consequence of your actions don't stop on you; they will affect the others too. So
Okay.
the self-discipline is not always the same, because if you have ambition, you need to change.
You change your rules, the rules of your discipline, right?
And go to the upstairs to achieve a different level.
And what is your rules of self-discipline? Can it also become the discipline of others, so external rules, as you define discipline?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yes. You have self-discipline, that means you respect some rules, right? Your own rules.
Yeah.
But these own rules, can it become discipline for others? It's external rules for others. Yeah.
It's needed because I have responsible in the operations of the company, and I share with the team the goals, the vision, and the way. It's not what we want to be, but how we can be what we want, you know.
Okay.
And you need to show the way, and along the way you must follow some rules, you know. Otherwise we can be rebels. is good too, as I share with you. In my personal life, I think I'm a
little bit
a lot of rebel, a lot of rebel. But when you are in your professional environment
with responsibilities,
it's different, because the goals are very defined and clear to someone, to everyone, and you need to share your experience with your rules, and it's important to the others to achieve success to follow a few rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I imagine that, of course, there must be a lot of advantages, pros, but also some disadvantages. So what are the pros and cons of self-discipline?
Yeah, sometimes you can work with people that don't have your experience or your age, or is a different generation, and the mindset is different, you know. It's not wrong. Think in different way. Okay, it's not wrong. I change.
It's even enriching.
A lot. I change a lot of times my vision and my opinion about a few things. You know, I'm very willing to receive a different point of views without any problem. As I always say, you need to be clear and to. I forgot the word in English, but you need to show why I am wrong, or your opinion is better than mine. You know, it's very important to me to understand the way they think. If they say I don't agree just because I don't agree, so
yes, there is no
turn
reason
around
behind
and
that. Okay,
go and do your job. And sometimes you share something and you feel that someone don't agree or don't feel.
It's more an opinion that they have. It's not based on fact. It's more an opinion. They think they should do something else or different, but they don't know why. It's just an opinion, right?
But I must need to accept it, because they have a different age, a different experience than me, and what we experience in our life defines us in the present, you know. And I understand that. I try to put them talking with me, trying always understand why they have, or why they have a different opinion, or why they don't agree with me. Yeah.
All right. Does it mean that when we have self-discipline, we also need some flexibility?
Of course.
Putting too much self-discipline will be too strict?
Yeah, definitely. Because you don't live in a rigid world, you know. Always
changing all the time.
All the time. You in the nature is not the strongest one that will survive, but the one that can change more faster than the others will survive and achieve different levels. So it's very important to be willing to receive a different point of views and a different mindsets, because the conflict will turn in negotiation, and negotiation will bring better results. In my experience, of course. Okay.
So you have to find the right balance between totally rigid or totally flexible.
Yeah. It's a very tiny line between them, because sometimes we are more emotional and we don't want to hurt people, say different things because you have pressure in yourself to achieve something, or because something is not working as you would like, and you are more emotional and you don't think so well. We are persons, you know.
Exactly.
Is normal.
So what you say is, as long as you can explain why you make a decision, it's easier for others to understand it, right?
And if someone doesn't agree, they can share with me why don't agree, and I try to balance
and see if there is room for you to change your way of thinking, and also to see how flexible they can be also in their way of thinking. This is the negotiation part. Right? If everybody is ready to talk, that's negotiation.
Exactly.
I believe that you talked about Rebel a few minutes ago. I believe with some personalities it can be different. Some personalities are naturally organized, responsible. Some others, let's say, a little bit less.
I can negotiate things like planning, organization, because you need to be a base to start something. You know, I'm very rigid with that. With my colleagues, a few of them. They like to work without preparation, without planning, and I force them to put in their agenda 30 minutes in the beginning of the week to prioritize
the actions.
The actions, the actions.
Put them
clients.
In the calendar.
And close all calendar during the week. As you told me, it's very important to be flexible, because during the week the things will change, and they must need to adapt the new environment that they will find.
And someone who is absolutely not ready for that, talking about rebels again, how would you advise? What kind of advice would you give a rebel to? Or someone who is not organized, let's say someone who is not organized, generally speaking.
Sometimes you must have to give space.
Okay.
You don't want to do that? Okay, I will accept it. But I need results. How you expect to achieve that kind of results? The expectations of the companies are these ones, okay? How you expect to achieve them? And I will give space, time, but it's important to have a trade-off between this vote of confidence and the results they can bring to the company.
Yes, there is always this balance to find between the result and the efforts that we do.
Of course. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. Sometimes someone without bias bring new ideas, new point of views, and it's very important to think out of the box. And I give space for that, but I can wait for every time. I can't wait, because I am managing the operations of the company. I need to bring the results, and with the team, they must have to help me to achieve that.
Okay, and what could be an advice for these people? Do they have to follow a plan? Do they have to listen to you?
No, maybe in the beginning, without experience, sometimes without professional experience, is easier to them to follow the experience of the others and sometimes the rules. To be honest, okay. I did that kind of behavior with me, and always I achieved results, you know. And is my suggestion, of course. And when they turn in more autonomous professionals, maybe can start with suggestions and with more availability to break the rules, you know. Because
then it will be based on something, based on some experience. Without
first
experience.
of all, achieve something and bring something, and after that, I will available to try different things.
It reminds me. Yeah, it reminds me the first advice that the first coach I had gave me in that business. Yes, the first advice he gave me was, okay, for 1 month you just do what I tell you to do.
Yeah.
Stop thinking, and in 1 month, when you have a little bit of experience, then we can start talking about it.
Sometimes it's necessary.
I'm glad I followed this advice because it was a good one, but it was hard. It was hard to stop thinking.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Yes.
But I think
everyone has an opinion about everything.
Yeah, I said a lot of time, a lot of moments of the week that I don't want opinions. I want ideas, because if I want an opinion, I will bring the man that serve coffees, okay, without any kind of problem with that, of course. But I will bring that man, and at the end of the day, he will have an opinion about our work. So I want ideas, you know, and it's more difficult to be constructive in your approach than just putting in cause just because.
We were talking about people for whom it would be difficult to have self-discipline. I can also imagine there are other people who have natural self-discipline, but they are really sticking to the rules, not very flexible. What kind of advice also can you give to these people who have too much rigid?
Yeah, I have a few managers that they are exactly as you said. They need to adapt to the environment. Okay, is not always follow the process.
The process,
and exist exceptions. You know, and you need to adapt the environment and the exceptions of your day, of your business process, and try different approaches too.
They are probably looking for perfection.
It doesn't exist.
But sometimes it takes a lifetime to realize that perfection doesn't exist.
Yeah, but I am more that kind of persons, but I change myself along of during my life.
You've realized that perfection is not the ultimate goal. It's just to be better each day. Let's say.
Always trying to be better and improve yourself, but you have your own limitations. It's not possible to be the best in everything. So you need to put your cards in what is worst. Sorry, I changed the word. It's not where you can worst, but what deserve your effort, of course.
Before we go with my next question, I have some random question for you. I don't know what it is. It's our question jar. Okay, so we have a few questions here.
Can I?
So we will discover them.
How to minimize distractions during the workday. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
It's very good to me. Turn off your notifications of your cell phone. If you want to do prospecting morning where you're trying to bring new clients to your company, just turn off the notifications of your computer, turn off the notifications of your cell phone, and just try to fix your attention and your effort, all of them in that task will bring you results and more consistency. Consistency always bring more results. In these moments, you need to define your target, and you can't see other things between the process.
Because
during the process.
This was a bit linked to the question I wanted to ask you. It was about how to deal with external events, even if you have a strong self-discipline. Now you're in a world always moving, having a lot of solicitation, telephone, emails.
You need to prioritize your tasks and your day,
and
because
nobody's important at the moment.
Sometimes a few things could be important, other things urgent. So you need to change your vision about
what you have to do.
What you have to do exactly.
Let's go for a second one.
Oh, really? How to be more organized at work. I think I already said a few tips about it. You need to plan.
Planning
define
is the
your action plan. You know that you have a tough conversation with your client. You can't go there without think what he can say to you, because you need to define different scenarios that could happen.
And prepare for that scenarios.
And prepare for that kind of scenarios. With your colleague, if you want to negotiate something, you need to be aware what he could think about the process, and try to anticipate a few answers and be prepared to answer back, okay? Trying always to achieve a middle way. Okay?
Yes, find the balance between Okay.
This is negotiation. Is not I want everything to me and you can stay without anything.
Right. Thank you, Paulo, for all this information about self-discipline. Okay. It was very interesting. I'm sure we can have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah,
okay.
Of course.
If you want to know more about our discussions, you can go on our YouTube channel. You can subscribe here, and I will have the pleasure to see you very soon. Bye-bye.